Hey everyone, this is Steve KC Railpan here, and welcome to another model railroading video. So today, I have one of my old locomotives. This is a locomotive I had for quite some time in the past. This is actually an older Athearn ready to roll -9. So this is in the BNSF number 1096. So this is basically formerly an H1, but it's now repainted to H3. So this is one of my locomotives I had been sitting in storage for quite some time. I haven't ran it just because the motor was bad, so I just needed a new motor. So and if you haven't seen my previous video, one of my previous videos, like the new Athearn stuff, one of them is I have a new motor. So this is, here it is right here. Let me show you. So it's in the new packaging design. So here's the motor I'm going to be using. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take out the old motor that's in here and replace it with a new one. And then we're going to test it out to see, will this locomotive run? So this is something that's inspired by SMT Mainline. So I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can get this open. If I can get this to run. So let's start. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to start off by unscrewing taking out the coupler covers. So you just got to take your screwdriver like this. And then we're just going to just unscrew that off. So it's just like that. And also it's optional if you want to pull, if it's hard to pull off, you can use a pair of tweezers. So that's what I'm going to do. So got the screws out. Gonna just set this right here. And then you pull the coupler cover out like this. It's right here. And then you're going to do the same thing for the other side as well. So right here. There it is. So now they're both out. And that way, now you can finally have access to the shell. And the other thing you gotta do is also unscrew these spore right here, because that's where the motor mount is. So we're gonna do that as well. So I'm just gonna take the screws, put them aside. That's two. Now I just gotta get the other two out. Three's out. Now one more. And they're all out. So now that they're all out, now we can be able to open the shell. And there it is. So now that you can finally have access to the shell, now what we're going to do is try and get the motor out. Okay, so getting the motor out on basically like on a old Athearn ready to roll locomotive is quite easy, because I've done this quite a few times. So basically, what you're going to do is try and, you can see that the motherboard is right here. This is, so you can just basically you just take this part off, and it just comes off that quickly. And then you can, since I unscrewed the motor's also out as well. So you can see. So then you're gonna take off these things right here. Take that out. Take these things off. So this is to like carry the motor mounting. So basically all you gotta do is just take off these off, and then there's also a little clip right here as well. So you can also take this off. So make sure you take it off carefully. And there's the motor. The motor's out. So let's set that aside, and here's the motor. So I'm going to unbox this motor, and then we'll try and put it in and see if it'll run. Alright, so now that I have the motor out, it also came with this thing, but we won't be needing that because it's already attached to the motherboard. So I'll just keep that aside, just, you know, in case, as a spare, you know. So, basically what I have to do is I have to compare it to the old motor, see, you know, like, basically when I do this, I gotta make sure how I put the motor in, so I can put it in carefully. So, there's that. So we're gonna put the motor in, like, this position, because you can see, when I first took it out, it was in this position, so make sure you have to match them, making sure you put it in correctly, so that way they can fit inside these little 4 holes here. So, there's that. So, here it goes. So, you're going to do the same procedure like you did last time. So, all you got to do is just put this on, this clip. This is gonna require some patience, so bear with me on that. Alright, it's on. I attached it on. Now we're gonna get these little supports things of some sort and attach these back on. Attach them both on. Whoops. And then we put them back in this position like this. And then obviously secure the dog bones inside the motor on both sides. And there. And then make sure it's placed in securely. And there. You just put it in like that. So, and also make sure you check all 4 of these wires. They're connected to these things right here, because this one's a bit loose, so I'm gonna have to solder that off the camera. So there it is, they're all in. So yeah, so I'm gonna solder this wire back on off camera, and I'll come back to you guys when it's done. Alright, so now I officially soldered the wire off camera. So now what's next is I'm gonna assemble the locomotive, but I'm not gonna fully assemble it just yet, like put the couplers on it. First, we're gonna test it. So, first we're just gonna put the shell back on, make sure the wires are inside, because these wires, you know, connect to the headlights in the rear, the headlights and the rear headlights. So we're gonna put it on carefully. And there we go. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm just gonna put on the screws to the fuel tank on first, so that way you can making sure so that way it will hold down the motor. So there it goes. So I'm gonna put both of them back on. But the couplers, I'm not going to put on just yet. And there it is. So, there it is. So we'll put the couplers back on sometime later. So let's get this onto the tracks and see how it runs. Alright, now the locomotive's on the tracks, let's run. Alright, it runs great. There it is. It's a bit noisy, but it's alright. Let's just do one whole loop around the layout. And there it is. And there it is, guys. So we were able to restore 1096 and it runs very nice. Really glad with how I was able to get this fixed. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this Will It Run video. And I'm looking forward to running this engine more often in the future operating sessions. So anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Alright, bye.